Jim with Bikes and Boards here. Thought we'd do something a little bit different today. We're not going to assemble a bike, we're not going to review a bike, we're just going to run the Onyx RCR against other quick bikes within the category. So we'll be testing it against the Wired Warrior 72 volt and against the Wired Predator 72 volt. If you're looking for high performance bikes, more than likely those two are bikes that have been on your radar that might potentially be contenders for your purchase, as opposed to, say, the Onyx RCR. How do they stack up, so on and so forth. And realistically, I don't think we're going to be talking about, are the seats comfortable? How are the brakes? We've tested the individual bikes. We know how that goes. We want to know, how do they stack up against each other as far as speed goes. Stay tuned. Onyx RCR 80 volt. We've established that it's pretty quick. But what does pretty quick mean? How does it stack up against other faster e-bikes? Well, we thought we would test it out against some of the top models out there. We're going to test the Onyx RCR 80 volt against the Wired Warrior 72 volt. We're just going to do a simple couple little roll-on drag tests here. We'll turn around, put in sport. So the Wired Warrior, we're going to put it in PAS 5, start strength is 0. We're at 70% battery. The Onyx is going to be at 54% battery, and it is in sport mode. Come up here, equal. All right, we're going to do a little rolling drag here on 3. So 1, 2, 3, go. Well, that wasn't even close. And then let's just get up to 20 miles an hour. Okay. And then crack it once we get to 20. Ready? All right, peg it now. Wow, he is gone. Woo! Okay, got the Wired Predator, the apex predator, if you will, of the e-bike world. 8,000 watts, 72 volts. One super cool feature on these Predators is that torque. Look at that front wheel. That lights it up. Apologies. The second camera, which is our POV camera on the bike, failed on the second of the two drags. So when we ran it against the Wired Predator, we did not have the second camera running. But you got to see the tripod view, and the Onyx 80 volt pulled away from the Predator quite handily. You could see that within the first 100 foot, it had several bike legs on it. I assure you, none of that changed. It absolutely continued to pull, and pull quite hard. One thing that's much different with this bike, normally when you're testing, for instance, torque, some bikes will pull out of the hole. The higher amperage bikes and the higher rated voltage bikes, you know, your 60 volts, your 72 volts, 80 volts, they typically pull much harder off the line. But most e-bikes as a whole, as you get up to top speed, let's say for instance 50 miles an hour was top speed. What you're going to find is this: the bike will very quickly get up to 38, 39 miles an hour, and then generally creep up 1 mile or half-mile increments until you near top speed. You get up 46, 46 and a half, 47, 48, 49, 50, 49 again, 50, and it doesn't quickly get there. What's different with the Onyx, it will jump up to top speed virtually instantly. So from 0 to 30 miles an hour is 1.7 seconds. So factor that in. But from 30 miles an hour up to top speed is not happening in 1 and 2 mile an hour increments. It gets right up to, I haven't even had it up to its full potential. I've had it up to about 65 and run out of road, quite honestly, and not needed to go any faster than that. I haven't been anywhere that I can go faster than that. But I've had it up to 65, and it gets up to 65 virtually instantly. Now, who is this bike for? What has this test determined? Well, I can tell you that the wired bikes are some of the fastest bikes going. The wired Warrior in a single motor version is like a drag car, just pulling off the line. The Predator dual motor is like an all-wheel drive supercar, just lighting up both tires from the stop as you take off and accelerate. Both incredibly fast brute force type bikes. Now, how did they compare to this? This is more like racing an old Camaro with a big block versus, let's say, a 1000cc sport bike. One makes a lot of noise, pulls off the line, smokes the tires. The other simply pulls away like it's being fired out of a cannon. The Onyx RCR is the latter. It's the 1000cc sport bike of e-bikes. From the get-go, it's not lighting the tire. You're not getting wheel spin. It's taking off. In fact, you have to keep a little bit of weight on the front end just to not wheelie. But if you just roll it on, you can take off and be blocks down the road before you even realize it. It's incredibly quick. Now, is it a great bike to take on the bike trail? No, not really. It's not a pedal bike. Does it have pedals? Can you pedal it? Yes. Do the pedals impact the throttle? Does it have pedal assist? No, it does not. You can pedal it. Let's suppose if you either run out of battery or you're on a bike trail and you want to look like you're on an e-bike, then you can go ahead and do it. For all-out performance, this is the king of the hill, everybody.